Brown, what's the word? Tiana Bill, what's the word? What's the word? Uh, Rose, what's the word? What's the word? What's up? Uh, it's a beautiful day out here, fam. St. Louis weather. St. Louis weather bipolar as hell. What's up with it? It was literally just all snow out here. Look at this. Look at this. It was literally just like all snow out here. Everybody walking around like it just went all snow out here. Yeah, fam. St. Louis weather bipolar, fam. Like we'd get like little spurts of winter like throughout the year. We don't really we immune to the cold out here, fam, for real though. That's why we can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like our weather is very bipolar. Like we get snow, but not as bad as like places like Minnesota and like the East Coast. But we get that snow though. You know what I'm saying? Like here and there, you know, it's expected, but not as bad as the East Coast though. It's something we used to. You know? Out here waiting on Grams to get off. But y'all can see, fam, like, um, if you notice, you can see what's up above me. You can see like the sky. The sky is above me. The interesting thing about what y'all see above me, the sky, right? Is that this it's always been here. I'm not gonna say always, but at one point it was created. The same. Let's say Adam, Eve, Enoch, and Methuselah. All these people are real. Everything that we're looking at today is the same thing that they looked at. Nothing is out of order. Nothing is missing. Nothing has changed, right? I guess the only thing that changed is talking serpents, talking snakes. You feel what I'm saying? What y'all think? Like everything we looking at right now has always been here. Nobody has traveled outside the earth and brought back new answers. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if anybody has traveled outside the earth and brought back new answers. Nothing new under the sun. There's nothing that you saying is new. I mean what? Let me know. The it's basically like the laws that always, you know what I'm saying? The laws that always govern this universe has always been here. There is nothing new that was added to the law. And this is the disrespect that y'all give God. Y'all believe that something written can override something that was already not written. Instead of looking at it like instead of looking at it as that maybe we just not that special that we needed something written to remind us. You feel me? So when you go outside, like I guess where the understanding don't come in at is that y'all believe that the first place God actually wrote something down was on two tables of stone. When the reason why Christ kept saying y'all was blind is because what was written by God has always been was already here. You feel what I'm saying? The firmament is by his handwriting. The earth is his handwriting. You know, the sun is his handwriting. The moon is his handwriting. The stars is his handwriting. Those things, them things basically cannot be rewritten by men. And and so basically, like, the disrespect comes in that y'all think that the Bible overrides his actual handwriting, when in fact the Bible is actually supposed to complement what was already not written, because what they were supposed to write from what was not written, things that we can plainly see with the eye. And so when you guys look forward to things that are written, you can possibly become up in error, because you might believe things that are written that don't represent the true character of God. You feel what I'm saying? And so this is where I go to say that I believe that a lot of I believe like a lot of them like Greco-Roman like theologies and Babylonian text has entered inside our text regarding like the worship of angels, or you know, it's a lot, fam. And so that's just what we got out of society. People overrule the things that were written. People may feel like their ancestors are holy because they are ancient, when that's not the case. Just because someone is ancient, that doesn't make them holy. We are very aware that people of the ancient times were very ignorant of the Most High. This is why monotheism was well brought up, because ancients had the idea that there were multiple gods, if there were any, or if their gods were made out of like wood and stone, things that really can't talk. You feel what I'm saying? And this is where the misunderstanding comes in, that again we believe in things that are written by men over what we can plainly see that was written by God. Now, it's nothing wrong with things that are being written by man about God, as long as they align with his true justice. And that's the problem with certain scriptures and things outside the scriptures that are not considered canonical, is that they do not agree with God's justice that we can plainly see with our two eyes. In fact, we get a lot of mysticisms and supernaturalism when it comes to God. And again, we argue with these facts as if we encounter these supernatural things on a day-to-day basis, because they are written in the book, and so they must be defended because they are written. And this is how we were raised as a society, to believe in things that we do not encounter, things that do not agree with the five senses, as if God made a mistake by allowing us to see what is considered reality. And we defend things that are not reality, and it's not so the fact that uh, we uh, it's to the effect that people now say that you will go to hell if you don't believe in these unseen things, when in fact we defend God based off his actions. We don't see God physically, but we see God based off his actions. If anybody is the biggest person of actions, of words being followed by actions, it would be God. And so all of God's actions are all around us, and people cannot see that. And so that goes to say that with his actions being around us, this shows that God speaks to us every day, constantly. The fact that the sun and the moon and the stars do not transgress God's order, in which they can't, it's still a reminder to mankind that we ourselves are to also keep God's commandments and God's orders, and we do not see this. Um, I guess it's just the fact that we as human beings believe that we need a book in order to keep us in check and in line. There's nothing wrong with the book, again, as long as the book uh, is in harmony with God's true justice, right? And so we know that God does not lie. We know that God is eternal. We know that God's ways does not change. And the fact that we know that God's ways do not change is supported within nature itself. You feel what I'm saying? And this is pretty much where we are with it. Yeah, it's pretty much where we are with it. So how you feel? How y'all feel about that information? I mean, everything I say is just truth when it comes to what we can plainly see with the two eyes. Um, I believe if angels were really supposed to interact with us, those angels would still be basically interacting with us. Somehow, some way, angels stop interacting with us, right? One would probably say because how sinful mankind is, when in fact mankind has always been sinful as long as we know it. You feel what I'm saying? So um, I believe again that we were raised very very like real like Hellenistic. That's how I believe we was raised. I believe we were raised very Hellenistic. I always say, fam, if you look at the things that we watch on TV since we was kids, how we were like basically groomed to believe in the supernatural. You would see basically they were always preparing us to believe in the supernatural, although we cannot defend the supernatural. You feel what I'm saying? We can't defend it. We believe that certain things that may happen can be supernatural. We believe in unfamiliar spirits. We believe in ghosts, but we don't believe that none of these things shall be summoned. We don't believe that no person should be awakened from their eternal rest. If you if you indulge in those type of things, as far as sorcery or awakening or sleeping spirits, then you possibly make yourself an enemy with the Creator. Yeah, peace and blessings. It's a beautiful day for real. I'm out here at Marshall's waiting on Grams to go ahead and come out the store. What y'all got planned for the day? Man, society just seemed dead. Boy, I don't even be outside like that. It just seemed like everything is just dead. Don't it? It just seemed like it just kind of seemed like everybody. It just kind of seemed like everybody for themselves for real. Yeah, it just seemed like society dead, bro. When you look around, you could just tell it's just like every man for themselves for real. Nobody's really philanthropic.
No, I'm saying because the candle was in the car. Because I want to